Well, LCS Spring Split has officially started. The lock-in tournament is over, and I'm joined right now by Licorice on day one with coverage brought to you by Alien. We're going to talk a little bit about FlyQuest and his journey over there. So this is our first interview since you've joined FlyQuest. How's the team been? How does it compare to C9?
It's been really good. Um, it's hard to talk about a lot just because we've been playing remote and I haven't really we're not playing from an office or a facility together. I'm not talking to the guys all the time or
Yeah.
seeing them in person, but I love the org. I love my teammates. They're all working super hard. We're definitely a growing team as opposed to an instant top team. But I think we have what it takes to get there, and I'm excited to see what it's going to look like.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of an interesting position for you because I think you were thrown into C9 at a time, or C9 obviously always made it to Worlds before last year and all this stuff, and FlyQuest obviously in a bit of a different position and with this brand new roster. So how I know you said it feels a little different, but is it exciting to be a part of this brand new thing? Does it feel like it's a lot of work ahead of you to kind of get this organization, this team to a place where hopefully it becomes as prestigious as C9 in terms of accomplishment?
It's exciting and challenging, right? It's going to be both, where it's exciting to be able to kind of step out of the role that I had on Cloud9, where I think anytime you spend more than a couple years on a team, you're going to start to fit a really definite role. You are this person. You on C9, I played for my lane, and then I would try to use my advantage for my teammates, and then I played a lot of weak side, and that was kind of it. I wasn't a huge leader, at least not outside of game. And I think this is a really good chance for me to grow my horizons, I guess, and kind of see more of what I can actually bring to a team of young rookies. And I mean, it's also challenging because I'm used to winning. It's as simple as that. I'm in my whole career, I've been on top teams. Even in Challenger, I was on a top Challenger team. So I'm really used to winning. And right now, at least in scrims, I know we won our game on stage today, and we all played really well, and I'm proud of us. But at the same time, we still have a really long way to go, as far as team play and fundamentals and just pretty much just League of Legends, right?
Yeah.
So that's a whole mental thing for me where I have to lose and still be excited and ready to learn and show up with a lot of energy.
What are your expectations for FlyQuest this split? Because as you said, development team, probably not too many people saying that you guys are going to win the whole thing. So for you, what does success look like? What are your expectations?
I think it's really hard to say what success will look like in 6 weeks from now. I guess it's a 6-week split instead of a 9-week split.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, as long as we're improving every day and everyone is showing up and working their hardest to get better and everyone's trying hard as a team, then I'm happy, and I don't really care about how we place.
Okay, here's an interesting question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you make the decision to go to FlyQuest. You end up on FlyQuest. All this stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
In your mind, as you are imagining the rest of the year, do you think I'm going to go to Worlds? Or do you, because, okay, obviously everyone's the goal is Worlds. We're going to go to Worlds. We care about Worlds and all that stuff. But I wonder if there's a thing where you, in your mind, have to realign your expectations to be different than obviously what they would be whenever you were competing on Cloud9.
I honestly believe that we can make it to Worlds. That, with 6 months? 6 months?
Yeah.
5 months? Somewhere in there.
Longer than that. I think 7 months, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, with many months of practice. I think we have the talent, and I think myself and my teammates want it badly enough that we can make it to Worlds and we can be a top team, but it's just going to take time.
What do you think of the news? Because I think I'm going to ask all the players about this weekend. I don't know if you saw, but there was some conversation this week around at least some of the owners wanting to remove the import restriction rule on the LCS.
Mhm.
So I'm curious if you saw that, if you had any impressions, if you have any thoughts on it.
I didn't see it. I've actually been doing a fantastic job. I just want to congratulate myself a little bit of not going on Reddit like very often at all.
It was on
And
Twitter. All right. It was
okay,
also. Do you go on Twitter?
I do use Twitter, but I
Okay.
still I'm trying to use it less.
Okay.
Um,
Would you be in favor of the import rule being lifted so you could have as many imported players as you'd like?
no. I'm gonna have to say that as an NA player, it would be like, first off, it's like in my direct interest to like not have that rule lifted, and second, like I don't know, I think you just run into problems where it's not gonna feel like an NA league at all. And I know some people talk about that with teams like, I guess Team Liquid has Tactical, who is an NA player.
Yeah.
But
But
like
there are a lot
previously,
of teams that have
there was
a
teams
lot
that
of.
had like 2 grandfathered players or like 3 grandfathered players and then 2 imports. So
Right.
I don't know. Like I think NA should use their players to represent themselves, and if we suck, then we suck, and we need to get better.
Yeah. Oh damn! There was another question I was about to ask you, and wait, I was going to ask you about the TSM match. So TSM is a team that you just beat, and they are somewhat lauded. I mean, I think a lot of people are having a hard time placing them. Some people say maybe third. Some people would say fourth, depending on where they want to put 100 Thieves. But what was your expectation, or sorry, what is your impression of that team having just played them?
They felt pretty shaky, I think. I mean, like, obviously, first game of the split, like, I think if you did an in-depth dive on the first, like, 3 or 4 waves in top lane, like, me and Hootie are both not playing it properly. Like, neither, I'm not trying to throw Hootie under the bus here. Like, neither of us were, like, we both didn't play it very well.
I mean, you both participated in a large tournament just now, a 3-week-long $150,000 prize pool tournament. So it's not just first week of the split, right?
It's true. But I don't know. Like, I think their draft, like, I think we won draft. Like, first off, I think that it's might be hard for them to draft around Hootie and PoE because both of them have very specific champion pools. And apart from that, like, they just haven't felt like they've really found how they want to play yet. And like, that's something that you see with a lot of teams, like pretty much every year. So maybe they'll find it, maybe they'll be really good, but right now they just feel a little shaky to me.
Yeah. All right. Enough about League of Legends. What books did you read since since the end of the season for you last year?
Yeah. I have my bookshelf right here, so I can just
wait. This is so conveniently placed.
Yeah, I can just hold them up.
Yeah.
I read Dune, a classic. Enjoyed it.
Ahead of the series coming out.
There's a series coming out?
Oh, you didn't know that? I thought that's why you read.
Know.
Everybody's talking about Dune right now because I think it's HBO. I guess I can Google because we're just sitting on our computers right now. But yeah, there's a series coming out that is going to be available. Why can't I find it? Whatever. Anyway.
Okay, there will be a Dune series. I got it. It was on sale somewhere on the Amazon store, I think. So that's probably why it was on sale. Right. So even though I didn't know what the series, that would make a lot of sense. And then,
wait, it's a movie. Sorry.
A movie.
Yes.
Okay.
Starring Zendaya.
A long time ago, and it was awful.
Yes. It's a Legendary and Warner Brothers release in late. It was scheduled to be released in late 2020.
Ooh.
So there you go.
Exciting. So Dune was good. I also read. Do you know Naomi Novik?
Yeah. I've not read her stuff, but I know she's also she does a lot of fantasy stuff.
Yeah, I read. Do you want me to show them to the camera?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I read A Deadly Education, which I really liked. That was really good, and it's book 1 of a series that like hasn't been released yet.
Yeah.
That book was a lot of fun, and also Spinning Silver, which is also by her.
Yeah, I know a lot of people say good stuff about her.
Which was really good. Yeah. And
okay, have you read literally any of the books that Mark and I have requested, or specifically, I guess I have requested you read?
Well, I read Stormlight Archives.
Okay.
And I thought it was okay.
Oh my god!
I know.
Wait, have you only read one of them, or have you read all of them?
I read them before the 4th one is out, so I read the first 3.
Okay.
I know the 4th one is out now, but I'm like not that interested in reading it.
Oh my god! You think they're only okay?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, we should do a video for our for the YouTube channel, the book channel. That's just you trying to, me and you arguing about it because like I can't believe like that'll be a great video too because it'll just be like meet the man who thinks Stormlight is only okay. You don't think Dalinar isn't like the sickest character ever?
I mean, Dalinar is cool, but I mean, it's been a while since I've read them, so I might get some things wrong here. But it just like to me, it felt like I was like slogging through the books. Like it
Okay.
really dragged sometimes, and like
Okay,
I like some of the characters, and some of the characters blushed furiously like 20 times a chapter, and I was just like,
okay.
man.
So one, I some of that is fair. I think like Mark and I frequently talk about how there are some like each book has a slog. Oathbringer in particular has a slog that Mark really struggles with that I also think is tough, which is the Kolinar stuff. But and we're gonna try to avoid any spoilers here. But like the and I agree that Shallan has some like especially early on, his character work for her got better over the course of the series. But I am curious. I feel like you should try Rhythm of War because I'm curious to see if you'll like it. Have you did any of the Mistborn stuff?
Yeah, no, I loved Mistborn.
Okay.
I think the first book is the strongest of the three.
Yeah.
It's just like a standalone book, and I think it's like actually my favorite Sanderson that I've read.
Okay.
And then I thought that the following two books were like a really nice, like they had like a really nice story arc.
Yeah.
Like, did a really good job of tying it all together. I was like super impressed when I was reading them for the first time, and I'm like reading the third one. I'm like, whoa, like this is like really cool. So I really liked Mistborn, but I don't know, like like even without spoiling anything, the climax of Oathbringer also just like didn't do anything for me. I felt like I might be this might be dangerous territory for me.
Yeah. One, we shouldn't go into spoilers, but two, like, oh
But
my god, people.
So
love...
I like slogged through, and then I got to the climax, and I'm like, man, like, oh.
Yeah, I get that. Oh my gosh, though, I can't believe I can't believe that you're okay. Do you like the systems that he put, like the magic systems and stuff that he builds? Do you enjoy those?
Yeah, magic systems were really cool. I like the world. I mean, I think world building is like Sanderson's strongest point, and this is like many books of world building.
Do you like the fact that they're interconnected? Like, have you seen the connections between Mistborn and Stormlight?
Yeah, so I know a little bit about like it's all. I actually read the Mistborn like 4, 5, and 6 books.
Oh, you did. You read Era 2.
Yeah, I read Era 2. I didn't like them as much. So
okay, yeah, they're not. They're definitely not as. I think they're fun, but they're not as like good.
Yeah.
I guess have you read Secret History? Mistborn Secret History? So it's a book that takes place kind of immediately, well, kind of during Era 1.
It's like behind the scenes of
You should
Mistborn series. Yeah.
Yeah, you said you've read part of it?
Yeah, I like started reading it. And then I like.
So I really like Secret History because it goes at a lot of the underpinnings of this. Oh, I just realized I'm probably taking you for too long. Do you know if you have another interview after this?
I do not have another interview,
Okay.
but I do have to do some Riot. I
Okay,
have to set up my webcam for them.
I'm taking you way beyond the time that I'm allowed to take you, so I'll stop. But thank you for the interview. We'll talk more, and maybe we'll do something for the book channel finally. Is there anything you want to say to any of the fans out there?
I don't know, just like the usual. Like it's like it's hard. Like I feel like every time someone asks me that question, actually before when I was on C9, I would just like plug a sponsor. But
I mean, I put it out there because you can say like, I'm sorry that I'm not performing well, or I love you guys, or go check out my Twitter because I'm trying to grow it. Like, it's the one part of the interview that's an open floor for you. You know.
I mean, I just hope that all the fans keep supporting us in the bees because we all know the bees are really important.
Yes, the bees are very important, as seen on your jersey. Thank you so much for the interview, and we will catch you next time. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things LCS right here on my YouTube channel. Also, I think in the outro, there'll be an icon for my book channel, which is if you want more of this talking about books, which I'm sure most of you don't, you can do that there. Hey, thanks so much for watching that interview. I gotta say, just covering the games from home has made me feel a little thin lately, is maybe the best way to put it. But you know what is even thinner than how I feel? The amazing laptops that Alienware makes. I'm talking about the M15, M17. These things are beautiful. They are fantastic to be able to throw onto your backpack and bring with you to work or school or any number of different places. Get one now so that when we all start traveling and going places again, you'll be ready. You can go find those over at alienware.com/Travis, and Travis10 off is the code that you'll use. Save 10% off your order.